Hey everybody, welcome back to Tired Old Queen at the Movies. Don't forget to follow us on Blue Sky and on Twitter. Don't forget about the great movie merchandise below. Now let's go see the Tired Old Queen at the Movies, Steve Hayes.
Oh, Johnny, for Valentine's Day I thought we'd do a comedy, so I chose Leo McCarey's My Favorite Wife, starring Cary Grant and Irene Dunne, Gail Patrick, and Granville Bates, and directed by Garson Kanin. Now, when this movie was set to be made, it was the reunion of the team that had done The Awful Truth. And Cary and Irene loved working together. So this was a chance with Leo McCarey to do it all over again to a degree. And there's a lot of basic structural bits in this movie that are very much like The Awful Truth. The one thing that happened, though, however, was just before they started filming, Leo McCarey was in a terrible automobile accident and almost died. So they had to replace him with Garson Kanin as the director of this movie. Basically, the plot is this. Irene Dunne has been thought lost at sea. In an accident.
Shipwrecked off the coast of Indochina.
Yes, Your Honor.
And she is declared dead after 7 years. Cary Grant meets this other woman, played by Gail Patrick, and they're going to get married. So the movie starts, and they're in court in front of Granville Bates, who is just superb as this judge. He is so funny as this judge. Don't start messing with me. You're not going to want to mess with me today. Now, what do we got here?
What's that? Who's dead?
We got a marriage. All right. I thought here it says we're declaring somebody dead. We are. Who? My wife. Well, who's she? My wife-to-be.
What? What's that? Are you going to get married again?
Wait a minute. She's your wife. Who's dead? Who's dead? Don't mess with me now. He's really, really funny.
Uh-huh.
And Cary Grant has Irene Dunne declared dead so that he can marry Gail Patrick. Meanwhile, the scene switches from the court, and you see a truck pull up in front of Cary Grant's house, and out gets Irene Dunne. She's been rescued after 7 years on an island. She goes back in, she meets her kids, and she sees her mother, who almost has a heart attack seeing her.
Good heavens.
And she asks, where's my husband? Where's Cary? And he got married today. And she says, oh, no.
Is she nice? No.
So she says, where are they honeymooning? So she races up to the mountain lodge where they're going to have the honeymoon. And she goes up to the clerk at the desk.
Mr. Arden hasn't arrived yet. Are you the bride by any chance?
No, not exactly.
I'll just wait over here for him, Mr. Mine. So she goes over and sits there. And Cary comes in. He's got his new wife, Gail Patrick, who's kind of a bitch.
Sorry to keep you waiting, dear.
And they go up and they're signing in, and Irene Dunne is just like dying. She hasn't seen him in 7 years. And Cary Grant walks over to the elevator, and they get in the elevator, and he looks up, and as the door is shutting, he sees Irene Dunne, and he goes with the elevator door all the way over it. It shuts. It's so funny. And they get up into the room. Gail Patrick is expecting this beautiful romantic thing. It's her honeymoon. And Cary Grant says, I'm going to go downstairs. I left something. I'll be right back. You know what? I didn't check something. I need to go downstairs. Where are you going? No, I'm just going. Hey, I'll be back. No, I will. I'll be back. He races down. He sees Irene Dunne. They fall into each other's arms and they kiss.
That's all I wanted to know.
And then right away she starts in, so, you got married, huh? Oh yeah, who's she? Well, she's my wife. No, I'm your wife. Well, yeah, you're my wife. Are you going to tell her? Well, So this all starts up, this whole thing. Are you going to tell him? He's not going to tell. He's too chicken to tell the wife. Meanwhile, she's getting frustrated upstairs. It's all this convoluted stuff. They go back to the house, and he finds out she has been on an island for 7 years with Randolph Scott.
Then they were on that island for 7 years together. 7 years. Ridiculous, isn't it?
He gets furious about this. There's another man. And it's funny, it's this one in particular. He finds out where this guy is staying, and he goes down there. And Randolph Scott, who was Cary Grant's roommate in real life, is swinging on this diving board. And he's this big athlete. He looks gorgeous. He does all these incredible dives and things. And Cary is insanely jealous at the same time. So Irene doesn't know that he has gone down and scouted out this guy. She knows that he knows that there was a man on the island with her. So she goes to this store and she meets Chester Clute. Chester Clute was one of these little guys, little innocuous guys with a little mustache like this, you know. And she says, "Excuse me, are you busy this afternoon?" He thinks she's coming on. He goes, "Well, no, no. I'm, why?" She goes, "I want you to do me a favor, would you please?" So she takes him and she walks in, and Cary Grant has already seen Randolph Scott and he's waiting for her to come home. She walks in with this little guy and she goes, "This is the man I was on the island with for 7 years." And he goes, "How do you do?" He goes, "How do you do? So can you tell me, what was it like on that island?" And he says, "Well, nothing ever happened." See Irene Dunne off in the corner going, we were basically just friends.
I beg your pardon.
I was simply asking Mr. Burkett about his accident.
Oh, my leg?
So then, you know, he says to her, "I saw the real guy, and I can't believe that you're doing this." So this all culminates. They're not going to get a divorce, and he's got to stay with her. He doesn't want to stay with Gail Patrick. She doesn't want to stay with Randolph Scott. Randolph Scott says, "This is a chance for me to get her." And he says, "I love your wife. I'd marry her in a second. I want to go back to the island with her." And he goes, "Oh, you do you? Well, you're not going to if I'm my dead body. Let me tell you."
How would you like to come along with me? Just for the ride, huh?
So they end up in court again with the same judge. And he goes, "Don't I know these people?" "Yeah, Judge. This is, I know. I know. Do I? Who are you?" "I'm the wife." "Okay, you're the wife. And who are you?" "I'm the wife." "Well, which one of you is the wife?" "Well, I'm wife number 1. "Oh, I'm wife number 2. So what, you got a bigamy here?" You know, it's back and forth and back and forth.
I'd like to tell my wife about this case. She thinks all my cases are dull.
Cary Grant and Irene Dunne were both great reactors. So while Cary would do stumbling and he would fall, there was no one who was cuter at reacting to his stuff than Irene Dunne. She loved to go, you know.
He was laid up for 6 months.
Huh. Well, that still leaves 6.5 years.
She'd just do things like this and make him laugh. And he loved her. He absolutely loved her. She used to say, "Cary Grant said I was the sweetest smelling actress he ever worked with." They made one more movie together called Penny Serenade, which was a serious romance. And he got his first Oscar nomination for that. McCarey had a wonderful, wonderful way with comedy. And fortunately, Garson Kanin would go and talk to McCarey when he could about setting things up. And, you know, Garson Kanin later on with Ruth Gordon wrote Adam's Rib and Pat and Mike. So he was familiar with comedy. And it just flows along. It's not as sharp as The Awful Truth, but it's wonderful, warm, and you're watching two comedic pros at the height of their game. Cary Grant, Irene Dunne, Chester Clute, Gail Patrick, and Randolph Scott. Leo McCarey and Garson Kanin's My Favorite Wife. Happy Valentine's Day.
Let's all go to the lodge.
I heard this laughter coming from your apartment. Who was there? Nobody.
The popcorn can't be beat.